Good morning. Happy Friday. Today is Friday, August 23rd, and I am your morning witch. So I've had some different ideas bubbling around in my head about what I'm going to talk about today, but, because yesterday I was talking about reclaiming your energy, and the day before that I was talking about how it takes a village to raise a child, and, the village is the community, and so community and energy, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So anybody who's new here may not know that I am the local coordinator for my community's Pagan Pride Day, which means it's a day that we get to, as pagans or non-pagans, Christians are welcome, Jewish people are welcome, Muslims are welcome, everybody is welcome, all are welcome, but everyone's welcome to come learn about paganism from pagans. I mean, it's a novel idea, I know. But that function for my community, it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of effort on my part. It takes a lot of planning. And in addition to everything else I do, it's a piece of my energy that I give out willingly and freely. So this is twofold. One, I just want to know, are any of you guys community organizers that watch me, do you put your energy into your community physically, actually put your energy into your community through activism or organization or anything like that? I'm just curious because it's hard to find other people that do the same, you know what I mean? And if you don't, that's okay. Now's the perfect time to start. Because that's the second piece, is energy that we put into our communities is not wasted. That energy is given freely, generally speaking. Most of us that are community activists and community organizers, we're not getting paid for what we do. We are going out there on our own free time, using our own money or raising the funds to make things happen for our community. And I so often hear people talk about, I wish I could do more. I wish I could give back. You absolutely can. I promise you that whatever you're interested in giving back to, there are organizations that you can donate your time to and put your energy into physically and emotionally and mentally helping your community. And if what you're interested in helping out with doesn't have an organization, guess what? You're the guy, you're the gal, you're the one that your community needs. Because if there's not already an organization, then that means there's nobody out there doing the good work. There's nobody out there putting the work in. And so you could start organizing that. You could get other people who are interested in that same cause to mobilize. You could put your energy into creating a space for this particular thing that you think needs community activism or community organization around. And if it's not already happening, then you be the guy, you be the gal, you be the one who does it, because your community needs you. But do your research first. Go look into it. Don't just assume that it doesn't exist. As somebody who organizes Pagan Pride Day, I have been our organizer for since 2016, 2017 now. Oh my God, really? Wow, it's been a while. But before I was our local coordinator, we had other local coordinators. I went to a minimum of 5 or 6 Pagan Pride Days before I was ever involved myself. And every single year, when I advertise my event online, every single year when we have our event in person, I have people that are like, oh my God, finally, we've needed this. Okay, but we've had it. It's been, if you just search Joplin Pagan Pride, you're gonna find our Facebook page. You're gonna find our events, past and present, if you just look into it. So don't just assume that what you're interested in helping out doesn't already have an organization. Please do the research first and look into it, because it's much more beneficial to the community as a whole for all of the organizers to work together, as opposed to there being 20 different little organizations that are all run by different people with different mentalities and do different things, which I'm not saying these differences aren't needed or necessary. What I'm saying is, when it comes to getting the community to come to you for what you're offering help with, when it gets to being funded by larger organizations or getting grants from the US government, coming together and having one cohesive organization for your cause is going to help your cause, as long as everyone can get along ideologically. And not that everyone has to see eye to eye on everything. That's not what I mean. But if this organization has a goal of X and your organization's goal is A, maybe you don't need to combine. But you should do the research before you just start a new thing. Because A, maybe you want to cover something else that this organization doesn't already have in place. But maybe this organization has that on the books. They have it in the plans. Maybe they just need a volunteer to help with that. So you should always reach out to the existing organizations first. If they don't fill the niche, if they're not interested in the niche that you think needs to be filled, then you be the guy, you be the gal, you be the one that does it. And if they do already have that in place, go put your energy there. Help them. Help grow this organization that's helping grow your community, helping better your community. But putting your energy into your community to benefit it is always going to benefit your soul. You will see the magic unfold as you put yourself out there in your community. The amount of positive interactions I've had negative interactions too. I mean, I don't give a shit. That happens. That's part of life. But the positive interactions that have started with a caterpillar and then cocooned while I was away from them, and then a beautiful butterfly flies back to me and says, hey, like that shit, you can't buy that feeling. You can't buy that feeling. You can't buy that love and that magic. You can only create it and add to it with your energy. So that's my really, really fucking long-winded message for today. But obviously this has been on my mind as a community organizer. So if you are giving back to your community, props to you. If you have any feedback for me as a community organizer, like somebody who organizes for your local community activism and things like that, like any tips? I may have been doing this for a while, but every single year I learned something new. Just like last year I already learned a bunch of stuff, so I need to not let people tell me, oh, you should do this differently, because then it might fuck shit up. So like, do be open to other people's, input, and at the same time, remember what you learned and give me any tips that you may have on organizing, because I am always open to things.